Fans of hip-hop have become accustomed to rappers passing away. It's almost a part of the culture in a way. With the rise of drill music, it's only becoming more normalized to see these young rappers pass away out of nowhere. In hip-hop, death is almost not respected, as these rappers diss the dead in almost every song. Recently, the rapper Julio Foolio passed away, and already he had his enemies dissing him before he was even buried. Rapper Young and Ace had made sure Julio isn't resting in peace. He has made 2 music videos that fans believe are celebrating Julio's death. The passing of Julio only seems to get darker and stranger, as according to Julio Foolio's Instagram account, the rapper isn't dead because he's a demigod. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be talking about Julio Foolio. Let's get right into it. A couple days back, I reported that the 26-year-old Jacksonville, Florida drill rapper Julio Foolio had tragically passed away. The rapper was ambushed and targeted at a hotel parking lot. He was struck multiple times while sitting in his car. 4 people total were struck, but unfortunately for Foolio, he was the only one to pass away. All of this happened to the rapper while he was celebrating his birthday in Tampa. Earlier in the day, the mood was completely different, as Foolio was posting on social media showing the Airbnb he rented for his birthday party. A lot of hip-hop fans felt that Julio was asking for it since he posted his location knowing he had enemies that would want him dead. Unfortunately for Julio Foolio, this seems to be the end of his story, but it wasn't, as according to Julio's official Instagram account, he's still alive. Even though the authorities and his mother has confirmed Julio's passing, his Instagram account tells us otherwise, as it's been posting non-stop trying to convince the world that somehow Julio never died. Since his passing, his Instagram has posted coded messages and strange memes. One of the memes the account posted was this one of The Undertaker rising from a casket. The video was altered to depict Julio's face as The Undertaker's. Obviously, it was meant to represent Julio either coming back from the dead or implying that he never died. This post was in direct response to Young and Ace's diss song that celebrated Julio's passing. The name of Young and Ace's song implied that it was game over for Julio as he was gone, but Julio's Instagram seems to respond to Ace, implying that he's somehow still around. Julio's Instagram even responded directly to one of the snippets posted on Young and Ace's Instagram account, calling it trash. Even more interesting about the Undertaker post, I noticed that the post said on the bottom corner of the video, "My grandma do voodoo." This tells us a lot about Julio Foolio. And looking through some of his lyrics, he implied that he did voodoo multiple times. He actually has a song named Voodoo where he openly confesses to doing voodoo. In the song he rapped, "Yeah, 6, F it, now I'm playing with the woo. My grandma do voodoo magic, F it, now I'm playing with the woo. We just chopped the head off a goose, 6 the living proof. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, you can't even hang with my crew." In this song, Foolio openly confesses to doing voodoo. Voodoo is a form of witchcraft, and it's a branch of occult knowledge. This was Foolio confessing he's an occultist and was performing occult rituals. He confessed to performing sacrifice rituals and how his grandma also does voodoo. Voodoo is big in Florida amongst the large population of Haitians in the state. Voodoo is big in Haiti, where a large portion of the population worships the voodoo god as their religion. Much of what is practiced in voodoo is taught in occult magic like spirit channeling and sacrifice rituals. In another one of Julio's songs called In My Heart, he again raps about practicing voodoo magic. He opens the song by saying, "4 shootouts ain't get shot, grandma my voodoo working." He also raps in the same song, "I got demons in my head, in my heart, the devil in my head, devil in my head." Foolio made it clear that he was actively practicing voodoo. He tells us these demonic spirits he was channeling were all in his head and had control over him. Again, we find another artist who gave himself to the devil in order to have the world. Julio also spoke about his connections with voodoo in his Vlad TV interview. In this Vlad TV interview, Julio claims that he learned voodoo in Florida, as it's big in Florida. He then goes on to explain some of the voodoo rituals, like sleeping in a graveyard for a week, or even drinking blood. Now I'm going to try to play the interview, but chances are it might get copyright claimed by Vlad, and I might have to remove it.
2018, you actually dropped Voodoo. It's a big thing in Jacksonville.
Florida.
Can you describe the voodoo scene? And I think you said your grandma was doing it?
Like a phrase, but voodoo. It's like, that's a big thing in Florida, though, with Haitians and those. And
Can you describe how it works? What I might not know? Like, do you
gotta come to Florida and just get your old lady and just go through the process. Do what you gotta do.
find out anything crazy about, what's been like your craziest voodoo session?
So you can't really speak about.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go to Florida and just You know what I'm saying? It's certain stuff they do, like you sleep in the graveyard for like 3 days, 4 days to a week, or drink chicken, like animal blood. It's different stuff, though. Like, you know, like.
As you heard for yourself, Julio admits to practicing voodoo and explains what rituals he has done and seen. Julio made it clear that he was an occultist and he was into some dark activities. He sold his soul and thought the devil was going to protect him. This is why I believe he was posting his location so freely. He felt untouchable. He felt protected by these voodoo gods. But the devil always turns on you when you least expect it. It's common for people in the streets to be blessed by voodoo priests in order to acquire protection from the voodoo gods. This is something that even the cartel do with their version of demonic spirits. They make sacrifices to honor their god of death that protects them. The devil uses these people to cause destruction, and then when he's done with them, he destroys them. It's interesting seeing Julio's Instagram post this claiming that he's not dead and that he does voodoo. I say this because in voodoo, they actually believe they can reanimate a corpse and bring it back to life like some sort of zombie. The Haitian zombie is something that many Haitians believe in. This voodoo high priest confirms that they in fact can bring people back as a zombie.
The idea of the existence of the voodoo zombie fascinates people.
It is a very difficult. Zombie is very taboo, and a lot of voodooism would say that I don't want to talk about that, or it is not voodoo. Myself, as a voodooism, yes, it does exist.
Now, do I believe this works? No, honestly, I don't. But I am not a person to completely doubt the supernatural, and I do believe that voodoo is real. I tend to believe that if so many people devote their lives to voodoo, there must be something to it. With this Instagram post made by Julio's account, they're trying to imply that Julio came back as some sort of voodoo zombie. Julio's account also posted this video showing a no-jumper interview where Julio claims that he can't die because he's a demigod.
We need to do this again next year.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be here for sure. I ain't gonna know I'm a demigod, man. It can't get me.
Where you get the demigod thing from?
Kratos. Bro, I play a lot of games and watch a lot of movies. Kratos, man, I'm a demigod. It can't get me.
As you heard for yourself, Julio claims to be a demigod and claims he can't die. He compares himself to Kratos, who's a demigod that comes back to life to get revenge on the Greek gods. This statement was obviously in regards to his voodoo practice. Julio was practicing voodoo and was attached to a voodoo god. He made offerings like he admitted in that song to the voodoo gods, and he believed it made him untouchable. Like he said in the song, the voodoo worked, and he believed it's what kept him alive every time they tried to take him out. On the day he passed away, those voodoo gods he was praying to seemed to abandon him, and he was devoured by the evil he was promoting. Julio's account wants us to believe that he's alive because of voodoo. But is this true? Well, no, I don't think so. If you were to ask me, unless Julio repented before he passed away and asked for forgiveness for his sins, giving his life to Christ, he's most likely in purgatory waiting for his final judgment. Going off of his actions, he's most likely waiting to be sentenced to an eternal burning end. Whoever's running Julio's account is just trying to keep his name alive in order to make money. Obviously, someone close to him had his account password and is taking advantage of this new attention. Julio is more famous now than he was when he was alive. He gained hundreds of thousands of followers since his passing. Whoever is running his account is out here charging people for Instagram posts, and they claim they made over $250,000 in ad posts since Julio passed away. His mother even posted on social media that a documentary was already in the works and on the way, not even allowing her son to properly pass on before trying to profit from him. What this tells me is that not only Julio was a sellout and soulless, but so is his family, as they're using Julio to make money moments after his passing. They're not asking for justice or for the streets to change to prevent this outcome for other people. They're attempting to trick people into thinking he's alive to make money off his name. Now, like I said, while I don't believe Julio is a voodoo zombie that's back to life, I do believe he was heavy into voodoo. You can see in his eyes that he was a lost soul and was gone. In my last video, I stated that Julio might have changed through time, but this was before I knew he was serving the voodoo gods. He traded his soul the moment he took on that path. Was there an opportunity for him to find God after voodoo? Yes, of course. God could get you out of anything. The thing is, you have to want him to help you. Julio just wanted more fame and money. He was devoted to those demonic spirits. He was obviously still attached to those spirits the day he passed away in that car. In my opinion, the death Julio experienced was connected to the life he was living. He was being used by demons and was out here causing evil. He then got consumed by the same evil. But Julio is definitely gone, and he is no demigod, and no voodoo priest can bring him back to life. Only God can bring a person back to life. Those messing with his accounts are just as disturbing as him. It's truly sad what some people will do for money. Well, I'm gonna end this one here, but before you guys go, I just wanted to remind you to make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss any new content. For those who want to further support what I do, consider joining the Patreon. For $3 a month, you get access to a library of over 28 exclusive uncensored videos that are not allowed here on YouTube. I am also about to post a new exclusive video about a police officer who discovered an elite satanic code in New York City. If you want to join and further support the channel, the link is in the description. You can also further support the channel by buying a True Fist t-shirt. I just recently had these designs made, so if you want to further support the channel, check out the True Fist store. You can find the link to the store in the description as well. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.